Time now for the NTV Sports Desk.
Well, if you ever get a chance to make a state softball tournament, the team that you're rooting for, they're obviously going to want to win every game that they can, especially so you can avoid the elimination bracket. Not every favorite was able to do that, though, so that leads them to win or go home territory. The Northwest Vikings, a team that they lost to twice this year, they're going against Norris in Class B. The Vikings got off to an explosive start. Ava Laurent sends a grounder into right field, scoring 2 of her teammates, and that's going to help the Vikings. Then Emma Sundberg skies one over the center fielder's head, bringing 2 more runs to the dish. Northwest took a 6-0 lead at the end of the first, and they weren't done. It's a new pitcher in the second, and how about a grand slam for Sundberg? She's pumped as she's rounding the bases. Back-to-back 6-run innings for the Vikings. They'll go on to clobber Norris 15-1 in 3 innings. So Northwest, they move on, hoping to keep that momentum going against WAHOO. The Warriors got on the board first, but here come the Vikings. Kylie Casperson sends a grounder right to WAHOO's third baseman. The throw makes it in time, but that's still going to allow Reba Mader to score to tie it up. Northwest, they try a similar squeeze play, but the bunt, it's too short. Autumn Iverson tags out Kira Ray before she slides home in the second now. Reese Zobel skies one deep into center field, but Emma Sundberg is going to take off from third to add another for the Vikings. They go on to win the low-scoring affair 4-1. Well, COZAD hoping to keep their season alive, going against YUTAN MEAD. The Haymakers make the most of a sticky situation early. Katie Wilson gets stuck trying to head home after the bunt. She's tagged out at third, but when the Patriots go to get the double play at second, the throw is off the mark. This is going to give Kylie Porter time to round third and head on home. A strange play for sure, but COZAD, they're on the board first. Their lead wouldn't last long as Sophia Brennan hits a line drive to third, but Madison Sayer can't handle it. Riley Hannon trots on home. YUTAN MEAD is on top 2-1 in the third. Patriots pitcher Shaylin Campbell, she would throw 13 strikeouts over the course of the contest to limit the Haymakers offense. As COZAD, they are ultimately eliminated from Class C contention with a 5-1 final. YUTAN MEAD back on the mound. They're looking to face Kearney Catholic and knock off another local favorite. The Patriots came out guns a-blazing. Taylor Novak hits a slow roller, stays in the infield, an easy out, but Caitlin Hansen makes it on home. 4-0 Pats after 1. Next frame, Ella Watts cracks one deep into the gap between center and right field. Shaylin Campbell trots home as the Patriots led 12-0 by the top of the third. The Stars found some momentum in the bottom of the frame. Peyton Shermer gets a pop fly that goes so high in the sky, second baseman can't corral it. Kaylee Urich scores to make it 12-4, but YUTAN MEAD's bats never stopped as they wind up wrapping this one up in 4, 15-4. St. Cecilia looking to bounce back in elimination action against Freeman. The Hawkettes showed their offensive consistency throughout the contest, starting with this single to right from Tatum Kirkick that scores 2. Shea Butler then launches a bomb over the fence. We know they can hit the long ball, a 2-run dinger that makes it 5-0 STC at the end of the second. The Falcons would make it a 1-score game in the 5th, but the Hawkettes would respond with 8 runs, including this ribby from Isabella Coles that would close out their first ever state victory, 14-5, as they move on in the elimination bracket. And those same Hawkettes moving on, they played a thriller against Malcolm. Top of the second, Bailey Kissinger drills one toward the left fielder. Allison Stritt sprints home and avoids the tag as that would get this one tied at 3 in the 4th. Kirsten Kober makes a great play to prevent Alyssa Fordick's grounder from making it to the outfield. Clippers, though, still go on a scoring run to make it 12-6, but the Hawkettes never stopped fighting. Top of the 7th, Olivia Coles sends it soaring towards center field. Kissinger hustles to the dish. Suddenly, it's just a 1-run game. Now, the winning run is in position, but Kirsten Kober, she's going to ground out to the first baseman to end it as Malcolm stays alive and ends St. Cecilia's season 13-12. To help bring a program to new heights, well, there's nothing quite like it. Whether it's that first state win, first state title, or making it further than ever before, it's a chance to leave a lasting legacy, which some area Class B teams are hoping for in Hastings before this week is out. A rematch with Bennington stands in the way of Championship Friday for Northwest early on. Daisy Lowther singles to left field. This brings home Maddie Scobie as part of a 3-inning stretch of 7 unanswered for the Badgers. We head to the top of the 6th, though. The Vikings would make their epic comeback. A wild pitch is going to help to tie the game at 8 apiece, and Northwest, they're feeling it. Next up, Kylie Casperson pops one into left field. Reba Mader can feel the excitement as she races on around to score. Yeah, you got to be cheering after that one. Adri Madrano smacks another shot to left field, this time scoring not one but 2 of her teammates. And Maddie Cushing, she is fired up as it was 14-8 by the end of the inning. Northwest, they're going to hold off a late push from Bennington with one final out, a pop-up here to first, winning their 3rd game of the day, 15-12, and they have seen Championship Friday now for the first time in program history.
It's been a phenomenal ride. You know, we got 4th last year, and that's the best Northwest has ever done. We come out here, we get down, and then, you know, my girls didn't ever break. You know, they bent, but we went right back at them. But yeah, it's a much different feel. You know, we're going on to Championship Friday. Northwest has never done it, so I'm glad to be on that ride.
Elsewhere in Class B, Hastings with a tough test against undefeated and top-seeded Omaha Skutt. Bases loaded in the top of the 2nd, and Hannah Kamenzine launches one into center field. This is going to clear the bags with her twin sister Lauren diving head first at the dish. Skutt up 5-0. Hastings then is going to try out a new pitcher. That unfortunately does not stop the bleeding Ruby Malin. Pops one high into left field, and Tigers can't corral it. Kamenzine crosses home. Part of a 7-run inning for the Skyhawks. Hastings would get something going in the 3rd. Samantha Schmidt with a hot shot that the second baseman can't corral. Caitlin Lauk scurries home to make it a 10-4 game. But the Skyhawks, they could not be stopped, ultimately winning 14-4 in a mercy-shortened game, and they find themselves in the championship once more. So 2 final Tri-City teams, 1 final game to decide who reaches the championship. Northwest and Hastings going at it this morning, 11:30, that first pitch out at the Smith Softball Complex. Winner moves on in the hopes of taking down the always formidable Skutt.